Victoria City Expats Club is a non-profit social organisation and our speakers are volunteers. The club as such assumes no responsibility or liability for the professional reputation of or the quality of services provided by the speaker today.
G'day and Swaddy Cub. Well, today at the PCEC, the Thailand City Expat Club, we were very blessed to have a very sensible talk on mature health and fitness from David Shnider. And David Shnider, your background in supporting people's health and fitness is really extensive.
Yes, I started in 1967.
When 2 days after you were born.
4 days before.
So you've been, unlike a lot of personal trainers, you had a lot of university education.
Yes, I studied psychology and physiology in Melbourne University, and then went on to Fitzpatrick's Gym in Victoria, which was the beginning of personal training in Australia, actually, and I was one of 3 personal trainers in Victoria at the time.
And just to boast a little, you've started up the seniors golf, in the seniors golf circuit, yes?
I'm playing in the seniors golf circuit at the moment.
And how old do you have to be to qualify for that?
You have to be 60.
All right. And so you're definitely a little more than 60.
Just over 60, come to think of it, just over 70, no, that'll do.
Anyway, and you're having fun and you're doing quite well.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it, and I was lucky enough to represent over in Singapore at the Singapore Open with the amateurs, and then I played the Pro-Am, and I had a victory in a Thai amateur tournament.
Now, one of the interesting things about golf is golf can be very hard on your body, especially a lot of people develop lower back problems. So how is it that you manage to keep playing?
Stretching. As I stated in my talk today, stretching is critical in any activity, any sporting or exercise activity. So prior to any golf practice or tournament, you will find me doing 30 minutes of stretching. So that's a very, very big tip, because I speak to some body workers like chiropractors and they'll say like 40% of their clients are golfers. Yeah, I would imagine so. There's a lot of hip movement and shoulder movement, and if you lose the flexibility, obvious muscles and lower back problems will occur. And it's quite prominent, and you'll even, if you recall, notice the famous Tiger Woods has had so much back trouble, as had Adam Scott, one of our famous Australian golfers.
Yeah, because you know, you're twisting your back at speed and stopping suddenly. It's like you really have to be flexible to do that. Flexibility
is very important, and you don't have to be big and strong. It's got nothing to do with strength golf. Strength has got to do with flexibility and ball timing. So if you lose that flexibility, you lose your ability in golf.
And that was one of the things that came across today. And by the way, we had a lot of people come up to us already and say, oh wow, I really got something out of that, and I'm going to change how I do a lift, and I'm even thinking of changing how I do my tricep lifts. So this is what came across, is you had really sensible things to say to like the over 50s and stuff, and that they needed to not train like they were 20-year-olds preparing for a professional basketball, which you played back then. But so what are some of the takeaways you'd like people who are over 50 watching this video to take away?
I think the main takeaway is you don't have to lift heavy to lift properly. You don't have to exercise every single day for an hour and a half. You have to stretch, and you have to do sensible exercises under correct care.
Yes, I had a friend and he got into walking, and he said, I'm walking 2.5 hours a day. And I said, that's insane.
That's insane.
He said, oh, it's natural. I said, there's nothing natural about walking on concrete for 2.5 hours a day, over 50 and everything.
Well, over 50, walking for 2.5 hours a day on concrete is high impact. We don't need it.
Now, and he, of course, then developed foot problems and stuff. So one of the things you emphasise is don't exercise every day.
No, I think at over 60s you should be looking at 3, maximum 4 times a week on a proper low-impact exercise program.
Yeah, so swimming is a good one. And you emphasised walking in swimming pools is great.
Pool walking is very, very good. You're taking the high impact of the walking on a concrete out, as well as that you're getting resistance, which gives you aerobic capacity.
I do high intensity swimming, so I do like a flat out lap, which is quite long. It's about, I don't know, 2/3 of an Olympic pool, I think. And then I do swim down and stuff. Because you talked a little bit about that, what you call spinning.
Spinning is on a bike.
Yes.
Where you do a 2-minute warm-up, and then you might do a 15 or 30-second flat-out sprint. Swimming's the same. If you can do 100 metres in a nice, relaxed, getting a rhythm type situation, then do a 50-metre sprint in the pool, very good exercise.
Yeah, that's what I do 3 times a week, as well as systematic weights and stuff. So it's a real pleasure having you here, David.
Thank you.
Of course, we're going to get him back. David saying, no, I've done my bit now for humanity. So really, if you're over 50 and you want to get your head straight about sensible exercise programs and cut through a lot of the bullshit that's around, I really recommend that you have a look at the talk and really take away and go through it and change your exercise programs in line with this very sensible guy. I hate to say that to his face, but he is. And thanks for doing this, David.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
All right, well, for now, it's bye from David and I, Ren Alexander and Pattaya City Expats Club.